Hello, fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today to kit up yet another project. I did finish one, so I'm not going to feel guilty about kitting this one up. I've wanted to get started on this one, and it is the one that I bought called Sweet Summertime from Mooney Made. It is this very cute, kawaii, cartoon-looking diamond painting, and I wanted to get it kitted up. It is only a 40 by 40, so it won't take me very long. And yeah, so I'm going to kit it up today. So I'm going to stick this, which is on sticker paper, because this will be the sticker that I use in my logbook. I'm going to stick it underneath the tray. I'm going to be using my Elizabeth Ward trays today to kit everything up. Now, these are stickers. I don't know exactly how removable they are, so I'm going to be using my Elizabeth Ward trays that have the washi tape on them, just so it makes it a little bit easier to remove. Now, when I unboxed this, I was like, I wonder what these are for. They are pre-cut stickers, but then there's this line of just the symbol. And then I was like, oh, I bet it's so you can just slap it on the bag if you're going to work from the baggies. And that way you know which number is which symbol, and you don't have to put the whole sticker on it. I don't do that. I put everything into my Elizabeth Ward containers, or at least I'm going to with this one. So I have my handy dandy little Elizabeth Ward funnel from Sasha's 3D printing. And while I'm kitting up, I have, well, I guess before I kit up, I have a couple of new things to show you. So one of the reasons people don't like Elizabeth Wards is because they can be hard to open, especially if you have fingernails like me. And because these are plastic, these can break after you've used them for a while, obviously. Then this part can break off. It's just plastic, so it can get kind of flimsy. So instead of using these, Sasha very kindly, her name is Amber, but Sasha's 3D printing very kindly sent me these 3D printed lids that she makes. And I love the idea of this design. So the hinge is here, and so you just put that where the hinge would go on all the other ones and snap it into place. And then you've got a hinge lid that shouldn't wear out like the plastic ones. And you can make it match your colors of your drills if you want. She's got all kinds of different colors. So I've got this pink, there's a purple, another kind of slightly different purple, there's a green, two different greens here. Now, I will caveat this with, for me, these that I have worked great, and you know, you can reopen them. I like them because the lid works all the way, or opens all the way, and they are made to work with the funnel. So once the lid is open all the way, you can kind of see here how it angles so that the funnel can fit in. If I can get it to snap in there, so you can see, maybe you can't, but so you can see how it kind of angles right there, so it can, the funnel can sit in, and then when you take the funnel off, it just goes down and closes. Now, I did have some of these where when I went to close them, this little piece broke off. So like on this one here, this little piece broke off, so I don't have a full hinge little tab there. However, they do still work as lids. They just maybe don't close as tightly. And I haven't tested any of them with the drills in them, the broken one, to see if it would stay closed, but just a caveat. And I have no idea, you know, full disclosure, she just sent these to me and asked me if I wanted to try them. I have no idea how much they cost, but I think they're super cute and a good idea. Like I said, I love the idea of this design here where you can open it fully and not worry about it breaking, versus the plastic ones where I don't really open them that large because I know, you know, over time this hinge is going to break. So just something if you want to check her out, Sasha's 3D printing. She's over on Facebook or Instagram. Just message her and, you know, get yourself a cute little funnel or one of these little lids, or a set of lids. Okay, so I'm going to get to kitting up, unboxing all of this stuff aside. She sent them to me and I keep meaning to talk to you guys about it. And this seemed like the perfect time because I'm using my Elizabeth Ward. So back to Mooney Made and my kit. So if you wanted to just use these stickers, like I said, and put them on the baggies, then you can do that. I don't like doing that, so I am going to put everything in my containers just like I always do, and I'm just going to use the regular DMC stickers that she's got here. I don't think I have any kits or any drills big enough that I'm going to need the extra large size of containers. So I'm going to set those aside, and I'm going to bet for a lot of these I probably could get away with the very small containers. I've got all the drills in order here. So definitely for the first 4 or 5, I'm just going to be using these very small Elizabeth Ward containers. Let me get them out of the tray here. I may have to go search for some additional ones because these are all going to be small ones, but we shall see. I also have no idea what I'm going to be talking about today, so just a fair warning for anybody. Yeah, no idea what's going to come out of my mouth today. It's been a weird week. Okay, so let me start putting stickers on here. I like that they're nice and big, and I love when they give me stickers because then I don't have to worry about trying to print it out. I love my Xyron, but it's nice not to have to try and finagle a canvas onto my printer screen platen so that I can scan it and all of that good stuff. So I don't know if I actually need this for some of these small ones, but I'm going to use it because it makes my life easier. Now let's all cross our fingers and hope that these are not full of static. And this one is. So let me go grab my static guard spray and my Q-tips, and I'll test some of these other ones out and see if I need to swab all of these with my static spray. I'll be right back. Well, we'll see how long this kit up is going to take. Of the 4 bags that I opened, 3 of them had static, which doesn't bode well for the rest of the kit up, but maybe that'll just give me more time to think of things to say, right? Let me look for the positives here. I am recovering from our walk this morning. My son's foot is still healing, so we've only been going every other day this week, but every other day is better than nothing, so I will take it. I am trying to get this filmed before they start making all kinds of noise with street construction. They have been working on this street for what seems like forever. And the street itself is done. What we're waiting on is them to finish the sidewalks. And there is some kind of culvert that they had to put in. So I don't know if they're having to put in like guardrails or something for the bridge or culvert that they're going over. I don't know if that's part of the reason that it's taking so long. But it's becoming hard to find time to film because it seems like every day there's some giant machine making a whole bunch of noise. And while I appreciate that, you know, they need to work and finish the street and all that good stuff, it just gets kind of annoying sometimes. I'm going to put the black in this one. And I do need to swab out a couple of these, so be right back. Okay, I am really glad these stickers are pre-cut. It does save me time, even if it doesn't feel like it sometimes. I did sit down yesterday and went through all of our bills from when hubby took his trip to Canada. So all caught up with our banking and all of the multitudinous fees that we get charged because we use our debit card. Someone made a comment about credit cards that they use, or the one that they use at least, not having international currency exchange fees. Unfortunately for us, our credit cards do. So I guess we could decide to get another one that doesn't have those fees. But at this point, I don't know how many more trips we're going to be taking up there. I'm just going to leave it like it is. At some point, hopefully, we'll be opening a bank account up there anyway, especially if we're going to be looking for a house. And so then we'd have some money up there anyway that we could use when we go up there. This is a square kit, which admittedly, I'm getting a tad burnt out on square kits. However, these are the ones that I have unboxed and are ready to go. And I gotta do them sometime, right? I mean, it's not that I dislike squares. It's just rounds are faster. And I think it's because the squares that I have been doing haven't been very colorful. Like I did the Halloween family one, which was a lot of dark colors. My Colorful Soul, at least the section I've been working on, is a lot of dark colors. And so I just need something that's a little bit more colorful. I am getting that with my colorful seahorses because I have been working a bit on those. Now that I'll have this one going, I'll be able to work a bit on these. And we'll see what happens. I'm also going to go diamond painting shopping later today because I want to try and snag that Bella art that I really, really wanted, the Harajuku girl. I want to get that one. Ooh, some of these have not had static, so that's amazing. Ooh, that big one does not, so that's good. Maybe I'll get lucky and I won't have to swab every single one of these, but I do need to do a couple of them, so I'll be right back. All right, let me figure out which kind of containers I'm using for these, and I'm betting I'm going to have to go look for some larger ones here pretty shortly because I'm going to run out of these small sizes. We'll see how fast I can get this all kitted up so I can go do my shopping. I want to get the Harajuku one, and then they announced a couple of days ago that they were also having a sale on some of their other kits, and there's a couple of kits by that Leah Barazzi, I think is her name, that I thought I might pick up as well. So excited to see some of the new stuff that they've had coming out. Oops, some of those stuck. I don't know if that was because of the static. All right, yeah, that one's still got a little bit of static in it. It's all good. Okay. Whoops. There's one of that color that fell in there. Color number 9. Anyway, so I'm going to go look and see, since I've not been able to find a ton of kits that I wanted from other places since they announced they were having a sale, and I really want that Harajuku. I thought, well, I'll just go and buy a couple of other ones as well. I don't even really know what all of them are, so I'm going to go check them out. And then I think I found 1 or 2 new to me diamond painting companies that I'm going to look at and see if I can find anything from them that I might want to get. And then I'm going to try my luck with pins. I'm just going to go maybe on a little shopping spree because I really would like a couple of new pins. I really wanted one from Norse Alchemist, but the one that I saw that I really wanted, by the time I remembered to go shop for it, it was gone, of course. I'll get there eventually. All right, so the first big bag of this color. Of course, I guess that makes sense. It's green with the leaves and everything. I did also wipe down the inside of my funnel here with the static guard so that they wouldn't stick to the funnel itself as well. But I'm really hoping I'm going to get away with not all of these being staticky. People recommend so many different static remedies. I've had people tell me, of course, dryer sheets, which I have tried, and I will admit I don't do anymore because they don't work for me. Even if I cut them small and let them kind of sit inside the container with the dryer sheet for a couple of days, they still are staticky when I get done. Some people have said if you wash them, the water helps with it. I'm not going to put them in water and then wait for them to dry. That seems like way too much work, especially when I can just use my static guard and it works just fine for me. If you have dryer sheets and they work for you, then great. I just have never gotten them to successfully work for me, so I use the static guard. And some of it could just depend on, you know, the kits that you use, what company you're buying them from. Maybe I don't buy the right kind of dryer sheets to get rid of the static. I don't know. But the static guard works for me, so that's what I'm going to use. That one does not have static. but the other 3 do. So let me spray those and I will be right back. Maybe the static is just the sign of the season. Do you get more static in summer than you do in winter? Or do you get more in winter than you do in summer? I seem to have had more problems with it here during the summer. Or is it that the kits are getting put together in the winter, even though I'm doing them in the summer? Maybe that's it. Who knows? So I think static at my house is usually worse in the winter. We used to live in an apartment, and I can remember it was an older apartment, and it was a building that had been converted. And so the apartment upstairs that we lived in had like the actual big furnace piece in the living room and had a big flat surface on it. And so I would just put like a pan of water on it because it would get hot and then the water would evaporate and put some moisture back into the air, sort of like a dehumidifier or a humidifier. I guess you're making it humid if you're putting water back into the air, but anyway, it got rid of the static because we were forever shocking ourselves walking across the floor or whatever. And it does get a little bit smelly in here because I usually film with my door closed. Have to open it sometimes just to let all the fumes escape from the static guard. Oh, there's one that escaped. Are they going to stick to the bottom? Yes. My Q-tip with the static guard on it to kind of get them down to the mouth of this where I can push them into. So I definitely need to go grab some more of these small size containers because I don't want to waste these bigger size containers on drills that this is literally all I have. But let me open some of these and see how bad the static is, because while I'm grabbing those, I can also be de-staticking these. See, it's like some don't have hardly any at all and some are really bad. Interesting. Okay, well, you guys don't want to watch me open all of these bags and check them for static, so I'm going to go do that. I'm going to swab all of these out with my static spray, and I'm going to grab some more small containers, and I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I've grabbed some from another tray, so we'll see how long those last me if I've got to go grab them from yet another tray. I've got 6 trays, so I think I have plenty to choose from, but all right, this one, these 2 can have, let's see, where was I, 21, can have this very small size. I used to just be like, oh, well, I'm going to keep all of the containers together, and I would just put them in these bigger size containers, even if it didn't necessarily make sense. And I could still do that, but I do find that when I'm using the right size containers, I like the way they look in the Elizabeth Ward tray when I'm finished. So it's all about the aesthetic, right? As long as they're pretty. I am actually not hot in here filming today. It has been cool enough in the mornings that my son has wanted to walk instead of very hot and humid, even though it's still getting up to, like, I think today it's supposed to be in the 90s, and the day before it was in, I think it was over 100, like maybe only 101, but still over 100, which for September is kind of hot for here. Usually July and August are our hottest months, and then once we get, because here we are almost at the end of September. Can you believe that, you guys? This is almost the end of September. Let me check the rest of these, and I will static spray them, and then I will be right back. Yeah, I may be having to raid another container, another tray for these small containers, because I think I'm going to run out of this size already. I have 2 or 3 left, I think. These stickers do not want to peel up. They're cut very finely, which is nice, but my fingernails are not cooperating today. I don't know how some people wear those super long fingernails and manage to get anything done. I don't like to wear fake nails, so these are just my regular nails. Admittedly, they need a little bit of work. My cuticles need some help, but I just would rather wear regular nail polish than put like gel or acrylic nails on. I don't even like to wear gel nail polish. I feel like my nails can't breathe. But the ones where they are like super long and pointed, like when mine are this long, I start getting to the point where I need to cut them because I feel like I can't type, I can't do certain things because my nails are getting in the way. I don't know how, I don't even know if I could diamond paint with nails that long. I have been jonesing to kind of paint my nails because they're all kind of nice and long now. But I know as soon as I cut them, I'll start breaking them. That's the way it always goes for me. It's like, oh, you think these are pretty? Let's break them all. And for whatever reason, both of my children were nail biters. Not something that I ever really did. Both of my kids did. And so consequently, they don't bite their nails anymore as grown-ups, but they just never got used to having long nails. And even as short as I think mine are, they'll look at me, Mom, how can you do anything with those? What do you mean? Ooh, still some static in there. All right, I swabbed that out again with the static spray, and I swabbed a little bit underneath. Let's see. I still had some stick. All right, they're all in there. Okay, and I've got these three, which I've already swabbed out. Let me check these for static. And that is going to be the last of my small containers. I'm going to do a couple of these in a bigger container, but I definitely need to static swab them. So I'm going to take another quick break while I do that and look for some larger containers, and I will be right back. Okay, I think I got everything swabbed out. Let's see, that one I think I'm going to put in this size, that one, and that one. There we go. All right, I'm over the halfway point. I do really like that idea of the extra stickers that are just the symbol. So if you want to put just the symbol on the bags and paint that way, big time saving over the way that I do it. But I enjoy this part of the process. I like kind of the organizational part of it where I'm putting everything together, labeling everything, making it all pretty, and then having my pretty tray to look at when I'm all done. Let me move these around. Not quite sure how many of these I'm going to end up with, so we'll see. I mean, I only have 46 colors, but I've already got a row and a half in my Elizabeth Ward, so probably won't take long to fill them up, especially since most of these I think are going to take this small container size. So has anybody else gone on a shopping spree lately? Gotten anything fun? Like I said, I want to head up Bella Art. I'm going to hit up a couple of pen places and see if I can find a couple of diamond painting pens. I want to, I mean, I can always go back to the French place, which you think I would know how to pronounce since I've been taking my French lessons, but nope, still don't. I actually found, speaking of my French lessons, I actually found it was, well, I had seen it before. It's a podcast about learning French, and they have, I had never listened to the whole thing, and I was actually, when I went back to go listen to it the other day, because I've been struggling with some of the grammar and things with my Rosetta Stone, and they actually had one of the podcast sections was called Verb Fix, and it was talking about different verbs and conjugations, and just, it was like 10 minutes, and just 10 minutes of him explaining, plus the guy doing it has like a Scottish accent, so listening to someone speak English with a Scottish accent and then speak French with what sounds to me like a perfectly, and I just put that one on the wrong one, a perfect French accent is kind of weird. All right, let's see, this one first. Anyway, so I'm going to start listening to that. Why did I get off on my French tangent? Oh, pens. You guys, my brain is a scary place some days. Anyway, I could go back and get some from them, but I already have 3 or 4 pens from them. So I didn't want to buy another pen from them because I already have one. So I wanted to try some other places and see what they're like. And I see Norse Alchemist posting on Instagram a lot. He always has such pretty blanks that I wanted to see if I could snag one. But everything that I wanted was sold out last time, so I'm going to try and keep a better eye on it this time so I can get what I want. Okay, I'm getting closer. This one has a lot of dust in it. Look at all those little pieces. All right, now I need to open the next batch, see if they have any static, take care of that, and then I will be right back. It was nice going for a walk this morning though, and it being nice and cool. I was like, if it's going to be like this when we walk in Canada, we'll be walking a lot more. Plus, I was amazed when we were there, when my husband and I went up in January, there was quite a bit of snow on the ground, and they were plowing the sidewalks, which I've never seen before. I mean, around here, you know, business owners and homeowners will clean off their own sidewalks, but I've never seen like a city kind of plowing the sidewalks before. Although I guess they probably get way more snow up there than we do here, so that may be part of it. Leave me a comment below if you have done any fun shopping lately. If there's a diamond painting company you've found, you've tried out, or another tool or something that you've found. Like one of you is the person that emailed me about, or sent me a message about this funnel that I absolutely love. So if there are more things like that out there that I need to try, would love to, then I can show them to you. Better be careful how I move all these, or I'm going to get them all out of order. And then I'm going to be really messed up here. Yeah, 40 can go in this size. All right, then this one is going to go in a bigger size. Ooh, I'm down to my last. Nope, this one is going to go in this size. I almost confused myself again. All right, here we go. I've got 4 colors left after this. After I get all these dumped, we'll see if I need to spray any more of them. Still a little bit of static in them, but not terrible. And they're going to be so pretty in my Elizabeth Ward tray. I'm so happy to have finished a project. You guys will see it soon. But I actually finished something. It feels like, I mean, I shouldn't say that. I actually have finished a decent amount of projects this month. It's just that a couple of them have been big, and so it feels like I haven't accomplished as much as I wanted to. Still a bit staticky. All right, there we go. All right, this one is going to go in this. This one is going to go in that. Let me open these last 3 and see if they're going to have static, if I need to spray them, and I will be right back. All right, let me get these last ones kitted up here. I hate to throw these stickers away, but I'm not going to use them, so I will just put mine on here, my ABs and my last few colors. And then I will show you what my pretty tray looks like. All right, I think I got lucky with the last of these, and there's not a ton of static in the colors that are left. So that's good. I'm actually not sweating to death in here under the lights for once because it was so cool. I was actually cold this morning when I first came in here. And I was like, But even after standing in here under the lights for a bit, I am not hot yet, which is amazing. All right, there's one AB. And I think I actually am going to pull some other ABs for this kit. Some of the reds I think would be a good spot for them. So let me go pull a few of those as well. But I'll show you what came with the kit and what I have kitted up here. Here it is. Now, these are obviously empty still, and I've got this big space here, but I think I'm going to go and get some ABs for some of these other colors. I don't think I'm going to get any for this one, but maybe some of these reds and some of these over here I will get as well, and I will add the ABs in, and that gives me plenty of room. There's still a couple you can see that I need to spray for static where some of the drills are still sticking to the sides of the containers, but I'm super happy with this. This one is going to be so cute. So I've got my little sticker tucked underneath there so I know which kit these drills are for, because I currently have 5 whips going on, working feverishly trying to get them down to a more manageable number. I should have realized that it was going to drive me bananas to have this many kitted up at once. I have the storage for it and I'm not getting anything confused, but my brain wants to focus on one kit and get it done, at the most 2, and having 5 of them open at once just means that I'm staring at 4 while I work on the 5th one until I get it finished. So yeah, gonna go back to what makes me happy. But I'm loving the colors of these. I think I'm going to add in some ABs. Like I said, I think the inner tube colors here is a good place to add in some ABs. Maybe I'll throw some extra yellow ones in on the B or something, or maybe on the sun. I can't remember where they all are. I think the clouds and kind of the white pieces of the waves. And then I think there was some in the sun. Not sure if there's any on the B, or maybe it was the other way around. I don't remember. Anyway, you guys will be seeing this one again. So there is the kit up of Sweet Summertime from Mooney Made. Thanks for sticking around till the end of the video, guys. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.